City of Camas. It's been reviewed by City Council at work session and both city attorneys from both cities, as well as the Local 307 union president and their state, what is he called? Is he called a business rep as well? And they're both in support of this. It's a request that you consider authorizing the mayor to sign an interlocal agreement between the City of Washougal and Camas for professional staff in the field of protective inspection services. For the audience, that means building inspection. The purpose of the agreement is to provide mutual support during atypical workloads as a result of temporary increases in development activity. The city that receives the service will be compensated by the for the borrowed staff salary and benefits, as well as mileage costs. I do need to mention that the written recommended action is incorrect. The recommended action is to read the resolution by title only and then to pass and post the resolution in the usual manner.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I request unanimous consent to read the motion by title only. Resolution by title only.
Hearing no objection, so ordered.
A resolution authorizing the mayor to sign an interlocal agreement with the City of Camas related to protective inspection services.
Mr. Mayor, I move we pass and post the resolution in the usual manner authorizing the mayor to sign the interlocal agreement as shown as Exhibit A.
Second.
I've got a motion and a second to pass and post the resolution in the usual manner authorizing the mayor to sign the interlocal agreement shown in Exhibit A. Any council discussion?
Yes, Mayor.
Michael.
I wanted to say thank you very much for working on this agreement, and I think this is going to benefit both Camas and Washougal, and it's going to be a very wise measure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other council comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, Agenda Bill 9110, change order number 4 for the SR 14 pedestrian tunnel from Kaufman Construction. Mr. Evers.
Thank you, Mayor Guard. Council members, staff is submitting change order number 4 from Kaufman Construction regarding the SR 14 pedestrian tunnel project. This change order covers 3 matters. First, per the request of the city, a new vertical piece of columnar basalt was added to the project. The installation includes excavation and placement of the base material for support of the column. This increased the contract price by $17,522. No change in contract time is required for this work. 2, following the removal of the temporary shoe fly asphalt detour, existing shoulder top lift broke free from the base layer. Please see attached photos in regards to that. Per DOT request, a 3-foot wide swath was restored with a new asphalt top lift. This work was classified as handwork as a paving machine was not required. This increased the contract price by $3,177. No change in contract time is required for this work. Number 3, per the request of the city, basalt stone is being added to the exterior of the precast tunnel. This work increased the total contract time by another 15 working days. No additional cost for this work is added to the project. The recommended action this evening authorized the mayor to sign change order number 4 for Kaufman Construction for the SR 14 pedestrian tunnel project.
So move.
Second.
I've got a motion and a second to authorize the mayor to sign the change order number 4 from Kaufman Construction for the SR 14 pedestrian tunnel project. Council comments? David?
Does this involve the use of stimulus funds?
Yes, Relief Act, ARRA.
Thank you. On items 1 and 3, why did we add those items?
When we met in September of 2009, I say we, the contractor, Kaufman Construction, Wallace Engineering, the artists and architect, as well as previous administrator, a specific criteria for prioritization for the bid. Add alternates, the way they came in was prioritized, number 1 being columnar basalt and then basalt fascia rock. When the 3rd change order was processed that included the basalt fascia rock, the columnar rock was not included in that. which was an error. So obviously, these have both been installed, not only the columnar basalt, but also the 3-foot wide asphalt repair.
Were these additions made because the contract came in under bid?
Yes, there was contingency built in. Obviously, with opening up a state route, there was a chance of hitting archaeological as well as contamination. Once the tunnel pieces were dug in, both on the south and north side, there was flexibility within the funds that have been secured, not only through stimulus, but also safety lieu, to be able to add in to the project.
And on number 3 there, the basalt stone that is added to the exterior of the tunnel, what advantage does that give us against things like the weather, the ravages of time, and things like that?
There's no structural basis for that rock.
So it's primarily decorative.
Yes,
And the basalt columnar stone also.
yes.
Beautiful piece, by the way. I saw it this weekend. Thank you.
Other questions,
Yes.
comments?
Yes,
Jeffrey?
I have a question. Is this the final change order then for this project?
This is anticipated to be the closeout change order, which is within budget.
Thank you.
Other comments, questions? Molly?
Just as a point of clarification, I know that the possibility that some of this slipped because we did have a change of personnel on a number of different levels, both within the city of Washougal and with Wallace Engineering. So I believe that is probably where the miscommunication came in. The work has already been completed. I think Kaufman did what they felt was absolutely the appropriate thing for them to do. And there was just a lapse of good communication from end to end. So I do feel we have a commitment to honor the construction company in paying this.
Other council comments? I would agree with Molly. I've seen the string of communications that went back and forth. Actually, I would say it was great communication to get it all ordered. It was bad communication on bringing it back to the council to get it approved the way that it was. But the contractor certainly, if you read through all of the string of communications, I certainly would think that I had the go-ahead to do all of that, which they did do. Jennifer, one comment on your question. I don't know, we had a walkthrough on Friday with representatives from Pendleton Woolen Mills, and one of the things that we were talking about during that is the cleanup of the parking lot. They're looking at doing some improvements to their parking lot, to some resurfacing, to do some restriping and stuff to get the most out of that, and we're in the process of working on an interlocal agreement, or not an interlocal agreement, but some sort of a agreement for the use of their parking lot for public parking as well, to utilize the tunnel. I would think that there's a possibility, if we've got some dollars left in the budget for this, that we may have something coming forward to you in regard to our share of the costs of those, or to some signage or that type of stuff. We've certainly done a little bit of chewing up of their parking lot as it pertains to now. I wouldn't think it's gonna be a lot of dollars, and if there isn't dollars left in the budget on that side, I would think that we would need to find them somewhere within the budget to make good on what we've done with their property, plus the use of the property that they're giving to the public to access that tunnel.
Mr. Mayor?
Michael?
I just wanted to explain my vote before we take the vote, to give a reasoning for it for the public.